divided into three parts: items, background, and scenes. Items are things that used by users to play games such as card and glow sticks. Background are things that divide our game levels by their load number. These things are designed by Rhino program. And the last thing is scene, which is similar with background but different in their use. While background are using in playing games, scenes are using before playing games. These scenes are designed by PowerPoint program.
This is our execution. This is the main scene. It consists of start button and settings button. Settings scene has implemented to 박수 좀 주세요. A slider that can adjust to audio types. And at that time, we used the player pref function to save information and the don't history unload function to keep coming out of other scenes. At background scenes, the seasonal picture was put into the level and next. Although the original in-game scene should be 12, as it consists of 4 background themes and 3 levels, we made it simpler by adding the appropriate theme to the level by the background scene was selected.
Fourier transform is the operation that separates any function into several sine, cosine functions. The coefficient of each trigonometric function is called Fourier coefficient. Fourier coefficient is the function of the power by frequency. I will explain about designing node generation algorithm with spectral analysis by Fourier transform. For spectroscopic analysis, a visualizer is first implemented to visualize Fourier transform. Inside Unity, there is a get spectrum function that returns the power by frequency, which is called fast Fourier transform, FFT. In order to facilitate analysis, the maximum bar was set to red. The minimum factor to consider when designing node generation algorithm is first, the value should be varied every hour. Second, it should be a characteristic that appears in your songs. First case, that the reverse of maximum power frequency. If you look at this video, you can see that the red box is changing. This shows that the maximum frequency is constantly changing. In general, the frequency changes as the song becomes highlight. In order for many frequencies to appear, each frequency changes continuously. In this process, the reverse occurs. In other words, frequency based on the frequency reverse, the song's tendency to become increasingly tense with highlights. Second case, the total amount of change. While the prelude to the song is calm and has little change, the highlight shows that the change is violent. The tension has to increase between prelude to highlight. The frequency of note creation should be proportional to prelude of highlight.
It's time to see our game video. You should choose your background and choose the level, and the game starts. our presentation over and thank you for listening.